It's on.
It's on, mother.
We never can comfortably get into these things.
This is News and Rumors.
And jumping right into it, NBC has greenlit a 13-episode commitment for a show about Hannibal Lecter entitled simply Hannibal. I'm actually looking forward to that, although I would have liked to have seen what happened after the actual movie Hannibal, instead of going back into the past.
Bill Pullman's coming back to play a president on NBC in a new show called 1600 Pin. You know what that is, right?
Oh, I can't imagine what it is. It's like 30 Rock. What could that be?
1600 Pin.
They're not even trying anymore on some of these shows.
No. Co-created and executive produced by former Obama speechwriter John Lovett and Modern Family writer Jason Weiner. Says it's going to revolve around a dysfunctional presidential family.
And aliens.
Boom, boom,
and
boom.
Will Smith. I'll make this look good.
How about another story here? American Idol earns lowest ratings since season 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And that brings us to Death Clock. All right now it's March, and we are giving American Idol one more season.
One more season?
Do you agree with that?
Gotcha, I agree.
One more season. I give them the 2012 to 2013 season, and then it's done. Everybody's on to The Voice. The rest of them have realized, hey, I'm tired of this crap.
Well, a lot of people followed Simon over to the X Factor, didn't they? Does anybody watch that? Is that show even on anymore?
I think it's on, but I think actually he fired Paula Abdul and one of the other judges already. It's just going to be him and people he can get along with for at least 5 weeks every time. So another one for the Death Clock. We're gathered here today. I'm giving The River.
Oh yeah.
The rest of the season. It's going to go to May, and then everybody's going to be like, I don't care what happened to Emmett Otter or whatever the hell his name is.
Emmett Otter.
Who cares about his jug band? Get this thing on TV. I need more of game shows.
How long could they drag out a missing person search for reals?
I don't know.
Tried to watch the first double episode that they had, the first premiere. I think it was 2 hours. I fell asleep.
It's like ABC. Listen, ABC. Let's have a talk.
Why don't you have a seat over there?
You can keep trying. You're not going to get another Lost.
That one, I don't think is even close to what Lost was. Because the first episode of Lost pulled me in big time.
First episode of Lost could have been a movie.
True.
And it also pulled that guy in right into the blade of the plane.
Yes. Speaking of pulling, Bill Pullman is going to play president in NBC comedy. I don't know.
So we also what we want to talk about today is the Stop Online Piracy Act, which was defeated or put on hold, or however you want to look at it, until, you're smoke screened with something big so they can push it through while you're sleeping in your cuddly little bed. The thing is, even though the act did not pass, it seems like a lot of the places are running scared since Mega Upload was raided and that guy was thrown in the den for 30 days. I got an idea for a show. Let's get Kim.com and Kim Possible together, and they can sell insurance and give away all the movies. And it could be some crazy scheme every week. It would be pretty awesome.
I read that the whole Mega Upload shutdown was initiated by the music companies and stuff, because Mega Upload was getting ready to come out with their own music sharing services that gave all the revenue to the artists. The artists could upload their songs to Mega Upload and sell it just like Louis C.K. did, and make their own money. And they were this close to releasing that new service, and then the music industry was like, nope. So that's how your country's run, America.
And, well, because of Mega Upload shutdown, then you have a lot of places who have cut down on even being usable sites, to a point. Even a lot of your torrent sites, which weren't actually targeted in this, have shut down.
Yep. Just because they're fucking running with their tail between their legs.
Yeah, they don't know what to do. They think, oh, well, this was going to go on forever. And
a lot of them just say, fuck it, we're going to block access to the U.S. We'll still remain alive, but we're just going to block access to the U.S.
Right. And I believe that about the music industry, but what the music industry doesn't realize is the 70s and 80s are over. The excess and the throwing the money around and basically snorting coke with $100 bills and then throwing them in the toilet, those days are gone. And, a lot of your best artists aren't interested in a 10-album contract where they're only getting 15%. I mean, it's over. And they won't change with the times because they're too used to their limousines and their $585 lunches,
Yep.
So they're still clinching on they're still hanging on to that last
little bit
of it.
People. Technology is changing, and some people just fucking refuse to grow with it. Get the fuck over it and move on.
Exactly. So
adapt. You'll make money. Just adapt.
Yeah, exactly. There's a really good. I don't know if you saw this comic in the Oatmeal. Did you ever go there?
Sometimes.
It was about how I tried to watch Game of Thrones or whatever. I think it's really, people are really trying to do the right thing. They are. They just want an outlet where they can watch something. And I think this comic represents, even though they're trying to do the right thing and they're trying to play by the rules, they still can't watch the content they want to watch.
Right.
And I just got a real big kick out of that comic on the Oatmeal about Game of Thrones.
Guy wants to pay, Netflix to watch his favorite show?
Mm-hmm. It's not on Netflix. He wants to watch Game of Thrones the first season because everybody's talking about it, but he missed it on HBO.
Yeah.
So he wants to watch it on Netflix. It's not on there.
And he doesn't have an HBO.
Yep.
And there's the devil on his right shoulder saying, why not just pirate it? I mean, that's the question of the ages. If you want something, you're going to get it, whether you pay a minimal fee or...
And it seems like to me, HBO and Showtime and places like that are really hanging on to that, you got to pay extra for us, when really that's hurting them, in my opinion.
Yep.
Get in with the rest of the cable stations. Get in with AMC and TBS and TNT. Get in with all these stations. Don't throw commercials all through the show. But we're not going to mind if you put 15 minutes of commercials between your movies or your shows.
Hell no.
Just don't interrupt the shows. That's the one thing you can say about your pay cable movie stations, that, they don't interrupt it all with commercials. But then again, you've got a lot of these stations that they want to say that, oh, we don't have commercials on our channel, or we don't have commercials during your show. Well, what you do have is advertisements either popping up on screen or in between these small segments where all you're doing is advertising other shows on your station. And that's almost as annoying as just a standard commercial that nobody wants to watch.
Yeah.
And of course now, if you're trying to watch something online, the right way, if you're trying to watch something on NBC.com or ABC.com or AMC, then you're hit with, every time you click, just say a video clip, like you want to watch a 3-minute recap or something, you have to watch a minute-long advertisement. And then you wind up wanting to watch several videos on that site, and every single time you're watching the same advertisement. And it just really gets old.
Oh, yeah.
One day we're going to be sitting around going, hey, you remember when you could watch YouTube and there weren't commercials in between the videos? I mean, we're going to be at that point.
Yep. Looking at this comic, and he ends up pirating it because there were no other viable options. He wanted to buy the whole first season online and stream it.
Mm-hmm. And couldn't. He has to wait for the box set. Or problems like that should already be sorted out. People want to get into a show, especially a great show like Game of Thrones. People start talking about it, they're a few behind. Well, they can't catch up to it because A, they don't have the station, and B, you're not offering them something to where they can obtain it online. Doesn't even check iTunes, and all they have is...
he checks iTunes.
He checks iTunes, and all they have are clips of how they make the show or previews of the show. Like, there's a lot of shows that the very next day, iTunes has it, the show for like $1.99. I would be willing to pay that if it was a really good show.
Oh, yeah.
Pay it the next day if I didn't have the channel. $1.99, that is not bad to watch an hour-long brilliant drama.
Nobody wants to go to that business model. People want to fucking keep making their big fat dollar amounts by charging a monthly for this damn program package, but it's going away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not going to be making that much money anymore.
Well, sports is the only thing that's saving your standard broadcasting channels and things like that now.
Yep. People like to watch their NASCAR.
When people figure out how to watch the football games and all that and in real time without having to deal with your satellite bills and your cable bills, and once that's all figured out, that's really going to be a thing of the past.
Did you read the article where Joel McHale was on stage talking to a whole crowd of, it was like a whole gymnasium full of college students, and this was right after Community aired. It was like mid-season 1, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He says, so how many of you watch Community? And almost all the kids raised their hand. How many of you watch it on TV? And almost nobody raised their hand. How many of you watch our show on your computer? All the hands went up.
Mm-hmm.
That shows you right there that these fucking companies need to adapt to our technology.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to make any fucking money and stay on the air anyway.
I mean, there's no reason why Community, for example, there's no reason why NBC can't morph into NBC Online, just throwing this out here, NBC, and you have the same thing airing at the same time, same commercials, it's just all on computer.
Yep.
And you find a way to where it doesn't suck all the bandwidth that the home is offered up, but still, you know, they can have it running simultaneously or even with some sort of small delay. You can still have it that night and you're still getting your ad revenue, everything, but you're not having to wait till the next day. I mean, some people in this day and age just don't have a television. Right. And it's not because it's Vogue or because it's, I'm a hipster and I don't have a television or whatever. It's just they don't see a need for one when they have a laptop or a personal computer.
A decent laptop is just as much as a TV, and it does a lot more.
I mean, he was talking to college kids. I mean, they're in small dorms. They probably don't have room for a TV.
Nope.
They can do their TV watching, their movie watching, their gaming, anything on their computer. So aside from saying I have the best new technology, you know, if you're in a small room, like probably the room we're recording in right now, why would you need a television?
How many TVs you have in this room right now?
0.
How many computers are in this room right now?
There's 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what we're saying, people.
We're really making some points today, so take notes.
Write that shit down.
Also, have you heard about the miniseries that's going to be... It's either a miniseries or it's going to be like a 2-night movie on HBO, Game Change.
Never heard of it.
Well, Julianne Moore plays Sarah Palin, and it's supposed to be really, really good. Woody Harrelson's also in it, too. And I don't want to give Sarah Palin any props or anything like that, but it's looking to be really, really good. And Julianne Moore is great in everything, in my opinion. I would say keep an eye out for that. I think it airs soon.
Waiting after that show comes on, I'm waiting for the porn spoof of... this is featuring Brittany blah, 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 who plays Julianne Moore, who plays Sarah Palin, gets naked. All right.
Oh, well.
We can go through the list of the fall 2012 shows that are coming back after summer. Dexter, Homeland, Season 2 is coming back. Psych, Sons of Anarchy, Big Bang Theory, The Walking Dead with Season 3. 16 episodes.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they got their shit together.
Yeah, we talked about that a few weeks ago, didn't we? Mm-hmm. How they should come back with more episodes and shit.
So, we want to wrap this one up, I guess.
Wrap it up.
We're going to come back and do like a show at some point where we really talk about what exactly is coming up in the summer and the fall. Talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah. So, Sloppy Joe, Sloppy Joe.
Copyright.